a Sagittarius. Indigenous here with your general readings. Please keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm using the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I will be also using a tarot spread taught to me by a very good friend of mine, Queen Machete. She's a fantastic teacher in tarot and astrology, and I love her to bits. Anyways, let's begin. Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius energy. I love fire energy in general. I have my Sagittarius. I have Jupiter in Sagittarius in my 12th house, which, you know, I fairly enjoy having my Jupiter placement in a sign where it's comfortable. In a house that Jupiter is fairly comfortable in, but you know, either way. My father is a Sagittarius, and he's very Sagittarian. I love it because I'm a Gemini sun, and it's very student teacher, knowledge philosophy kind of like a deal there. Anyways, I'll stop rambling. Let's get on to the reading. What messages do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What messages do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What messages do we have for the Sagittarius collective? In your action placement, you have Queen of Cups. In your release placement, you have Knight of Swords. In your continue placement, Seven of Swords. Clarifying the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands. Clarifying the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Underside of the deck, the High Priestess. Okay, straight off the bat, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that there's something that you're approaching, something of the heart space, something that's a little bit more on the happily ever after side that you're trying to achieve, but there's a one way or the other type of situation. So in your action placement, you've got the Queen of Cups, right? Clarified by the Ten of Cups, right? Usually, to me, as a reader, the Queen of Cups is, you know, I don't really take, you know, it's not gender specific to me, you know, male or female or non-binary, however you identify. But it's almost mastery. To me, it's a sign of like almost there. And clarifying with the Ten of Cups, it's very reminiscent of like you're like there's a goal in mind that you've got, and like you can see it as clear as day. But like to me, it just seems like the issue at hand is that you can see like two ways to go about it. And you don't want to part of you wants to rush it, but another part of you like just wants to take into consideration just like both paths. Now both paths that are like being presented to you, there's one that's like requiring you to be a little bit more, because right in your continue placement you've got the Seven of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Um, the Eight of Pentacles usually speaks about like continuing, to me as a reader, usually speaks about like just continuing the hard work, whereas the Seven of Swords is asking you to be a little bit more a little bit more smarter in your approach. So there is a choice to be made, that is of like higher emotional like fulfillment. It's just asking you to have a little bit more of a a smarter approach to it, because what the thing that I've noticed about Sagittarius energy, which I love, it's a trait that I love about Sagittarius, is that like Gemini, it's very act fast, worry later, right? And that's, for the most part, that's a great approach, but there's something to take into consideration here, right? Um, it's on one half you could take the easy way, or you could take the more slow and steady wins the race. And with the High Priestess being your overall thing, it seems as if you know what you need to do. So I've got faith in like however which way you want to go. My recommendation is, if you're going to go the more faster way, be smart about it. Take into consideration what can go right and what can go wrong. Ultimately, I do want I do implore you to just take your time and like take into consideration the pros and cons of whatever directions are presented to you. Um, it's just like, no matter what decision you make, it ultimately leads to this thing. It's there's a bit of a message saying, just take into consideration both paths and what they will how they will affect you. Um, it's very, I wouldn't say it's dangerous. I would say it's risky. I would say it's very risky. Um, there's like I've just got into my head now, is that there's a strong risk of like overdoing yourself. Yeah, there's a strong risk of overdoing yourself, because like if this is if this is like money pursuits, um, there's a strong risk of just like taking on too much, you know. And if you're chasing that coin, that's great, I always encourage people that are wanting to chase their coin and stuff. Um, there's just like it's asking you to be like a little bit more smarter in the decisions that you're making, whichever path it is, whichever path that you want to go down. It's asking you to weigh out how each and every decision will affect you in the long run, as opposed to like what you can gain in right now, you know. Um, yeah, I would say like just my advice, because in your release section you've got Knight of Swords, right? Who is like the quickest of the knights, being clarified by the Two of Wands, right? I'm just I would say just be a little bit cautious of the fast pace decision. Yeah, like try not to rush it. You know, try not to take on as much as possible. You know, just try, try not to. Um, there's just a really strong message to do with just work smarter rather than harder. You know, there's because to me, the yellow in the cards, right? The yellow in the cards always like indicates like it always indicates like a like good vibes. Um, and this card in particular, the Seven of Swords, usually speaks about just like a like see it looks like he's like getting away with it, you know. But that's not always the case. It's just really it's really speaking about just working smarter, being a little bit more tactical with your approach, being a little bit more being a little bit more a little bit more smarter. I'm not saying that your absence of intelligence. I'm just saying there's a really strong message with whichever path that you go down, um, to just be a little bit more tactical, be a little bit more smarter. Don't rush into it. Take your time, enjoy it, because it ultimately leads you into a more prosperous and happy life at the end. Sagittarius, that was your reading. If you would like a private reading, please see the links in the description box below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Sag.